What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I have an unboxing for you today, but full disclosure, I've already recorded a video unboxing this knife, disassembling this knife, anodizing the titanium hardware of this knife, and then reassembling the knife. And when I tried to merge it all together and do all the editing part, it just went to crap. There was no audio in parts, and other parts, I don't know what went wrong. So this is a faux unboxing because changes have already been made to this knife and I've already done it. And I've got Loctite on it, so I don't want to take it apart again right now. What I will say is this is a very interesting design, very cool design. This is the Artisan Cutlery Ahab. And full disclosure here also, I didn't buy this knife. Well, I bought this knife, but you guys bought this knife for me. The way you did that is by using my Amazon affiliate links and buy things, and over time it builds up to enough money where I can buy a knife. So thank you so much. You guys bought this Ahab. Now, the Ahab comes just like this, but this pocket clip and this backspacer are not gold. They come just raw titanium. I took it apart and anodized it gold in that video, and yeah, it went horribly wrong. So something else I did in that video I'm going to show you now is that these thumb studs on the Ahab, you see how they look right there? They're kind of concaved in right there. Very similar to thumb studs on the TRM Shadow. See how it has O-rings on it? So although the thumb studs work great, and these are actually grippier too because they did this jimping on the top. Works really good actually. But I'm going to try out some O-rings and see how I like it with some O-rings on there, because it's like it's made for them, just like the Shadow. It's just like a Shadow's thumb studs, except it actually has, you know, some jimping on the top of the thumb studs. The Shadow doesn't. But they both have that sharp edge because of that, the way it's milled out underneath the top of the thumb studs, kind of like a mushroom. You know, that's how they're shaped, the Shadow and the Ahab. Very cool knife though. This knife is full-size knife, very thin. This is not a review. And 100 thousandths blade stock, very thin, very light, only weighs 3 ounces, and it's a full-size knife. Just to give you a quick size comparison, these are currently on sale on Amazon, by the way. There's like a 10 or 15% off deal, and you get them for like $50. AR RPM 9 steel. I mean, for $50, this not titanium pocket clip backspacer, wood scales, weighs next to nothing. It's a great deal, and it's a full-size knife and only weighs 3 ounces. So there's a paramilitary 2. And there is the pair 3. So yeah, impressive, man. I'm impressed with it. First impressions. And if I had the original video, you'd see that I was playing around with it in the first unboxing. And I was like, is that titanium? I couldn't believe it was titanium for that price. And it was like, okay, we got to take it apart. There's something really cool about this knife. There's no pivot screw, right? Well, there is a pivot screw, but it's underneath. You take these 2 screws off, this scale comes off, then you have a pivot screw, you have 2 screws that go through your backspacer, and then that scale will come off, and they're heavily skeletonized in there. And yeah, interesting design. And then once you get the liner off, you can access the screw that goes to this pocket clip. You take that screw out, and then you can take this scale off with the 2 screws just like on this side. Very, very cool design there. I like this a lot actually, initially. We'll see how I like it long term. I'll give my thoughts on that down the road, but man, the action out of the box is fantastic. The design is very innovative. There's another version of this knife that's not wood too. I think it's G10. Can't remember what color it is off the top of my head, but man, great action out of the box. I'm just amazed at how lightweight it is for the size, 3 ounces. Those scales in there, or those liners in there, are so skeletonized, it's hard to even believe how skeletonized they are. I don't know if I can get that to show up on camera. I'll do another disassembly of this knife down the road, but I mean, it's all skeletonized in there. And when you take, you know, I don't know how this is definitely not a hard use knife. Just put it out there now. When you take it apart, you can feel how skeletonized those liners are. So they have some flex to them and everything. Once it's all screwed together and locked together, it feels firm in hand, feels very sturdy. But this is definitely not a hard use knife. This is a EDC knife that I think it's going to be fantastic with that super thin blade stock and that blade shape. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this knife, man. Yeah, I'm surprised not more people were talking about this one, because this one's really good. really, really good. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Sorry you didn't get to see the actual unboxing and anodize and disassembly. I'll do another. You know me, I like to change colors a lot, so you know, I'll probably take this thing apart again down the road and change the color of that titanium. I think the gold looks good though with the wood. Wood gives me that kind of classy vibe. You know what I mean? Gentleman's vibe. Although this is not a gentleman's shape, and I think gold's kind of classy too. So, and I can't think of any other color that would look good with that. Those scales personally. I think the gold pop really well in there. So one thing I do gotta tell you though, this blade is a freaking fingerprint magnet. I may actually acid etch this blade. I've been thinking about it the whole time I've been working on it. In the first 30-minute video I recorded and destroyed somehow, I was like, man, I may acid etch this blade. That would look really good with that wood and everything else, in my opinion. So yeah, so that is the Ahab, guys. Very, very cool knife. Very cool design. Very good action out of the box. Very lightweight. I like it a lot. We'll see how much I like it after some time. Thank you guys so much for watching. It will be linked in the description, and I will see you all on the next one.